Have you ever wondered why people in Japan often live past 100, while in the United States, the average life expectancy struggles to reach 75? The difference isn't luck, it's choices. It's the daily habits, the foods on their plates, the way they move, and even how they think about life itself. To many seniors, that may sound surprising, even unfair. But the truth is, the secrets to a longer, healthier life aren't locked away overseas. They can be brought into your own home, starting today. In this video, we'll uncover 5 shocking differences between Japanese and American lifestyles that explain why Japan has the highest number of centenarians in the world. These differences may surprise you, and they may even challenge some of the routines you've followed for decades. But they also carry hope, because small changes can lead to big gains for your health, happiness, and independence. Before we begin, please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share this video. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss new guides made just for seniors. It helps our Elders Lantern community grow, and it ensures you'll always have support on your journey to a healthier, wiser life. Now, let's dive into the first major difference. And it starts with something that touches us all: the food on our table. Difference number 1, the power of diet. When you picture a typical Japanese meal, what comes to mind? For many, it's a small bowl of rice, a piece of grilled fish, steamed vegetables, perhaps some pickled radish or a miso soup on the side. Everything is neatly portioned, colorful, and balanced. Food in Japan is not simply fuel. It is an act of care, culture, and balance. This approach to eating is deeply tied to longevity. In fact, Japan is home to Okinawa, often called the land of immortals, where people regularly live into their 90s and even beyond 100. Their secret? A way of eating known as Ahara Hachibu, the practice of eating until you are about 80% full. It may sound simple, but this one habit alone reduces the strain on the digestive system, lowers the risk of obesity, and prevents the chronic inflammation that contributes to heart disease, diabetes, and even memory loss. Now, compare that to the average American plate. Large portions dominate: oversized burgers, towering sodas, family-sized bags of chips eaten in one sitting. Processed foods fill the grocery carts with added sugars and salt hidden in nearly every product. And meals often end with the feeling of being stuffed, which many people take as a sign of satisfaction. But over time, this pattern slowly wears down the body. Excess weight, high blood pressure, clogged arteries. All of these are fueled by eating habits that emphasize convenience over health. The contrast is striking. While the Japanese diet emphasizes variety, small portions of fish, tofu, seaweed, fresh vegetables, fermented foods like miso and natto, the American diet tends to lean heavily on meat, processed carbs, and sugary drinks. The result? Japan consistently ranks among the countries with the lowest rates of obesity, while the U.S. continues to struggle with some of the highest. Scientists believe this single difference in daily diet plays one of the biggest roles in why Japanese people live longer, healthier lives. But here's the good news. Adopting these habits doesn't mean giving up everything you love. It's about small, realistic changes that fit into your lifestyle. For example, you might try starting one meal a day with a bowl of vegetable soup or salad before moving on to heavier foods. This simple habit helps control appetite. Or swap a soda for green tea, which is rich in antioxidants that protect the heart and brain. Try incorporating more fish, like salmon or sardines, twice a week in place of red meat. Even fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, or pickles can improve gut health and strengthen immunity. And let's not forget portion control. Imagine finishing your dinner feeling satisfied but not heavy. You may discover you sleep better, feel less bloated, and even have more energy the next morning. These are the quiet, powerful benefits that come from practicing moderation, the same principle that has guided Japanese eating habits for centuries. So let me ask you this. If you tried the 80% rule, stopping when you're satisfied, not stuffed, how do you think it would change your health and daily comfort? Share your thoughts in the comments below. You may inspire someone else to take their first small step toward a healthier rhythm of eating. Difference number 2, daily movement and longevity in Japan. Movement is not treated as a chore. It is simply a natural part of daily living. You won't find as many people rushing to the gym to burn calories in the way it's often done in America. Instead, movement is woven into the fabric of everyday routines. Picture a Japanese neighborhood. Narrow streets designed for walking, bicycles lined up outside small shops, and seniors strolling to local markets or tending to their garden. Even in old age, many Japanese people walk to do their errands, stretch in the mornings, or join in gentle community exercises known as ragyo teso, short, simple routines broadcast on the radio that help keep joints flexible and muscles strong. These daily habits may not seem intense, but over years and decades, they create bodies that are resilient, flexible, and less prone to the aches and stiffness so common among older adults in America. Now let's look at the contrast. In much of the United States, lifestyles are built around convenience and speed. Cars replace walking, escalators replace stairs and long hours of sitting, whether in front of the television, computer, or during commutes, dominate the day. Exercise is often treated as something extra, squeezed in if there's time, rather than being a natural rhythm of living. For many seniors, this lack of consistent movement accelerates issues like joint pain, muscle loss, weight gain, and reduced balance, all of which increase the risk of falls and dependence on others. Over time, the absence of daily movement can silently chip away at independence and quality of life. Japanese longevity research shows us that movement doesn't have to mean lifting heavy weights or running marathons. It's about gentle, steady activity, the kind you can sustain every single day. Gardening, light stretching, walking after meals, or even standing up and moving around every 30 minutes can protect the heart, improve digestion, and sharpen the mind. In fact, studies show that seniors who walk regularly have lower risks of dementia, heart disease, and depression. Movement feeds not only the muscles but also the brain, increasing blood flow and supporting memory. So what can we learn from this? Try building small but meaningful movements into your day. Instead of sitting for hours, stand and stretch during TV commercials. Take a short walk after dinner to aid digestion. If you have a hobby like gardening, treat it as medicine, because in many ways it is. Even light household chores, when done with purpose, count as valuable activity. The key isn't intensity, it's consistency. Just as the Japanese show us, it's the habit of moving a little each day that builds strength and resilience over a lifetime. Think of it this way. Movement is not about punishment. It's about freedom. It keeps you living independently, able to carry groceries, climb stairs, or play with grandchildren without fear of falling or fatigue. And that, in many ways, is the essence of true longevity, the ability to keep enjoying life on your own terms. Here's a question for you. What small form of movement brings you the most joy? Walking, gardening, stretching, or something else? Share your answer in the comments, because your simple habit might encourage someone else to start moving again. Difference number 3, stress, rest, and mental balance. One of the most overlooked differences between Japanese and American lifestyles is how each culture manages stress. In Japan, daily life has built-in rituals of calm, ritual. From the quiet ceremony of brewing green tea to the soothing soak in a hot spring bath, onsen. Japanese traditions emphasize moments of pause. Even in busy cities, you'll find people taking time to sit in gardens, reflect under cherry blossoms, or enjoy the small beauty of a meal presented with care. This cultural rhythm encourages balance between effort and rest, work and reflection, a balance that keeps the mind centered and the body healthier. Chronic stress is known to inflame the heart, weaken the immune system, and cloud memory. By creating intentional pauses in daily life, the Japanese reduce the wear and tear stress places on both body and spirit. Now compare this with the American pace. Life is often described as a race, rushing from one task to the next, meals eaten on the go, screens glowing late into the night. For seniors especially, this high-speed rhythm doesn't always stop with retirement. Many still feel pressure from financial worries, family responsibilities, or health concerns. Stress becomes a constant companion, often leading to restless sleep, higher blood pressure, and anxiety. While doctors may prescribe medication, the truth is that healing also comes from slowing down and creating space for mental calm, something Japanese culture has embraced for generations. The Japanese also practice mindfulness in everyday ways. Something as simple as sitting quietly to drink tea, listening fully to the sound of birds outside, or focusing on one small task at a time helps anchor the mind in the present. These habits reduce rumination, the endless replaying of worries that often keeps people awake at night. Seniors who practice such mindfulness not only sleep better, but also report lower rates of depression and greater feelings of contentment. For seniors in America, adopting even a small piece of this lifestyle can bring real change. Imagine starting your day not with a flood of news headlines, but with 5 minutes of gentle breathing by an open window. Or imagine creating a nightly ritual, perhaps a cup of warm herbal tea, soft music, and no screens for the last hour before bed. These are not luxuries. They are lifelines for your heart and mind. By consistently giving your nervous system these moments of rest, you reduce inflammation, lower stress hormones, and create conditions for clearer thinking and steadier moods. Another key Japanese difference is the power of community in reducing stress. Seniors often gather for morning exercises, social games, or simple group meals. This sense of belonging acts as a buffer against loneliness, one of the greatest sources of stress for older adults in the West. Where loneliness can damage health as much as smoking, Japanese seniors often benefit from a built-in social net of neighbors and friends who check in on one another. So here's something to reflect on. If you gave yourself permission to slow down for just 15 minutes a day, no phone, no rushing, just being, what would you choose to do at that time? Tell us in the comments. Your answer may spark ideas for others who are seeking balance. Difference number 4, social connections and belonging. If you ask many Japanese seniors about the secret to their long and happy lives, they often give an answer that surprises outsiders: ichigai. This word means a reason to live, the sense of purpose that comes from daily connections, responsibilities, and joys. In Japan, aging doesn't mean being left behind. Instead, communities continue to embrace older adults as vital contributors, whether through family roles, local volunteer groups, or simply gathering with neighbors for exercise, tea, or conversation. This deep sense of belonging protects against one of the most dangerous health risks in later life: loneliness. Studies have shown that loneliness can increase the risk of heart disease, depression, and even early death. Yet in Japan, many seniors report strong social ties well into their 80s and 90s. Contrast this with the American experience. While families may cherish their elders, the pace and structure of society often leaves seniors feeling isolated. Children may move across the country, friends may be harder to visit, and suburban living can create physical distance that's difficult to bridge. Seniors living alone may go days without meaningful interaction, and while technology can help, it is not always easy for older adults to navigate or trust. The result? Many find themselves fighting silence, the kind that wears down the mind and heart over time. Doctors now warn that prolonged loneliness can be as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. In Japan, social interaction is not something seniors must fight for. It is woven into the fabric of daily life. Morning group exercises in parks are common, with seniors stretching together to gentle music. Neighborhood associations regularly check in on older members, ensuring no one is forgotten. Even simple rituals, like shopping at the same local market each day, create friendly familiarity and reduce the sense of isolation. These small but powerful connections remind seniors that they matter, that their presence enriches the community. For seniors in the West, creating this sense of connection can seem challenging, but it is possible. It might mean starting small, joining a local walking group, attending community center events, or even scheduling regular phone calls with friends or family. Purpose can also come from hobbies: gardening, knitting, cooking, or storytelling, especially when shared with others. Volunteering, whether reading to children, helping at a food bank, or mentoring younger generations, also provides that vital ichigai, the reminder that your wisdom and presence still change lives. Most striking is that Japanese seniors rarely view themselves as retired from life. They remain active participants, mentors, and caretakers, which gives them identity and joy. Americans, on the other hand, sometimes equate aging with stepping aside or being less relevant, a mindset that robs many of the meaning they crave. Difference number 5, healthcare and prevention. When people talk about longevity in Japan, they often assume it's only about diet or lifestyle. But there's another piece of the puzzle that is just as important: healthcare. In Japan, the system is built around prevention, not just treatment. Seniors are encouraged, and even gently expected, to get regular health checkups, screenings, and wellness visits. These aren't rushed, intimidating events, but rather community-centered programs that feel routine and accessible. Imagine attending a local health day at a nearby community hall, where your blood pressure, eyesight, and heart rhythms are checked quickly and affordably. For many Japanese seniors, this is a normal part of life. Small issues are caught early, long before they become life-threatening. This approach reduces fear, lowers medical costs, and helps people stay healthier into their 80s, 90s, and even 100s. In the United States, however, the story looks very different. Healthcare often functions as a reaction system. Many people wait until symptoms are unbearable before seeing a doctor. Some delay visits because of costs or complicated insurance. By the time they finally receive care, conditions may have already advanced, requiring serious interventions like surgery or long-term medication. This reactive approach shortens not only the length of life, but also the quality of those later years. Seniors may spend precious time managing disease rather than living fully. Doctors often say that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, and Japan has built its entire healthcare philosophy around that truth. But prevention isn't just about doctor visits. It's deeply cultural. In Japan, lifestyle habits themselves are treated like medicine. Daily walking, balanced meals with fresh vegetables and fish, reduced portion sizes, and community activities all act as natural protectors of health. Compare this with the US, where convenience foods, sedentary routines, and stress often replace these safeguards. The result? Americans lean heavily on prescription drugs and medical interventions after illness strikes, while Japanese seniors often avoid needing those treatments in the first place. Consider two cousins, George, living in Tokyo, and his cousin living in the Midwest. George attends his yearly checkups without hesitation. When a small issue appears, he adjusts his diet or activity to stay ahead of it. His cousin, however, ignores symptoms until chest pains force in a visit. By then, it's too late to make small changes, and a major surgery is required. Their lives reveal a hard truth. The system you live in and the habits you adopt can decide whether you spend your senior years thriving or struggling. For seniors watching this, the lesson is powerful. Prevention is within your control. Even if your healthcare system feels complicated or expensive, you can still take proactive steps. Schedule your screenings, listen to your body, and don't ignore the small signs. Choose daily movement, nourish yourself with foods that heal, and stay connected with your community. These actions form your personal shield against disease. Japanese longevity reminds us that healthcare is not just about hospitals or doctors, it's about mindset. When we treat our everyday choices as medicine and value early action, we give ourselves the gift of extra years filled with energy, clarity, and purpose. So here's my question for you. What is one preventive habit you already practice, or one you'd like to begin today, to protect your health for the future? Share it in the comments. Your answer might just encourage someone else to take that first step toward a longer, stronger life. We've just uncovered 5 powerful differences between life in Japan and life in the United States. Differences that may explain why so many Japanese seniors thrive past 100, while many Americans struggle by 75. Each lesson, whether about food, movement, community, mindset, or healthcare, is not just cultural trivia. They are keys that can unlock a longer, healthier, and more fulfilling life. No matter where you live, think back to the first difference we explored: diet. Japanese meals built around fresh fish, vegetables, rice, and modest portions provide steady energy and protection against disease. Then we moved into daily movement, where even small habits like walking to the market or climbing stairs naturally keep the body young. The third difference revealed the power of community ties, showing us that belonging and connection are as vital to health as any medicine. The fourth taught us about mindset and stress, where practices like Ikigai, a reason for being, allow Japanese seniors to handle life's challenges with calm and purpose. And finally, the fifth difference, healthcare and prevention, revealed how catching problems early and treating daily habits like medicine helps extend life not just in years, but in quality. Together, these 5 lessons form a simple but profound truth. Longevity is not luck. It is the outcome of choices and culture. And while we cannot instantly change the systems around us, each of us can choose to borrow from these practices. You don't need to become Japanese to benefit from them. shorten. You only need to take one step at a time, eating a smaller portion, adding a 10-minute walk, reaching out to a friend, finding peace in a daily ritual, or booking that overdue checkup. Each choice is like a deposit into your future, a way of telling your body and mind, I want you to last. I want you to thrive. For seniors listening, I want you to remember, it's never too late to begin. Even at 70, 80, or 90, adding a healthier meal, a morning stretch, or a moment of gratitude can transform the years ahead. Longevity is not only about the number of birthdays you celebrate, but about the life you feel within those years. The energy to walk with a grandchild, the clarity to enjoy a good book, the peace to rest without work. So here's my heartfelt question to you. Which of these 5 differences spoke to you the most? And what's one small change you're willing to try this week? Is it a meal adjustment, a daily walk, a phone call to a friend, a moment of calm, or finally booking that health checkup? Share your answer in the comments. Your story may inspire someone else in our community to take action too. If you found this video meaningful, please subscribe to Elders Lantern like this video. Share it with a friend and tap the bell icon so you never miss more uplifting and life-changing content made especially for seniors. Your support helps our small community grow and continue shining a light on wisdom, health, and hope. Thank you for joining us today. Until next time, may you walk gently, live fully, and embrace each year as a gift worth protecting.